What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Johnson at Johnson's Holistic Farm. I'm going to do a review on the countyline 4-way wedge that works for the 30-ton and 32-ton splitter. This is the 30-ton. This is it. It just slips right over. It's got a little handle for you. 4-way wedge. Not much to it, and it slides right on. Ready to go. Okay, this thing, I've seen mixed reviews. It took me a while to buy it because some people said it was junk. I should have bought it in the beginning. This thing, it makes it so much faster. The thing is, you only want to use this on straight grain wood. I split some elm. I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to use this on elm. Everybody talks about hickory being hard to split, or oak. Elm is the biggest pain to split that I've come across in my area, Middle Tennessee. I'd rather split anything than elm. So with that being said, I would not split elm with this. I did, but it didn't completely work. It split it in half, and then these didn't split enough, and it kind of held together. Elm is very stringy. I hate splitting it. I'm to the point where I'm not trying to take elm anymore. It's good firewood, but man, it's such a pain to split. That's just the main thing. People want to complain. I've split big logs. I mean, like 20-inch diameter logs with this thing, which afterwards you have to. The two bottom pieces are usually always good, but the stuff up top, it'll be big, and you'll have to split it again. And that's really all there is to it. People online saying it's junk, whatever. I've used it quite a bit. If it's got knots in it, I'm not going to use it. If there's a little knot, it's got a few little knots, that's fine. But if it's got some big old knots, or it's a split, or if it's some funky piece of wood, that thing is not for it, okay? But if you have a bunch of straight grain wood, that thing, it does what it's supposed to. People are kind of funny, you know. They want to get on there and like, I spent $90 on this thing, and it won't, you know. It even says on the description it's for straight grain wood, okay? So it is what it is. It's not perfect, but it's pretty understandable, you know. It's, you know. Straight grain wood, it does great. That's my opinion. And like I said, it tells you online this thing is not for knotty wood. I think it says online it's like for 12 to 16-inch diameter. I'll split bigger stuff, but the main thing is it needs to be straight grain wood. A couple little knots is fine. You don't want big knots. You don't want a fork. You don't want none of that, okay? But I use this for splitting straight grain ash, and it does it without a problem. Honestly, it can split some ash with some knots in it, but some of the splits don't come out great. So I just use it for straight grain wood. That's all it is. And the thing is, most of your wood is pretty straight grain. Like, you're not going to have, you know, not every piece of wood has a bunch of knots in it. So I can use this for most of the wood I split. And the other thing is, like, I don't know why people are trying to split knotty with it anyway. Maybe they just don't read, you know, the description. I don't know. But it's, the thing is, taking it off is that easy, you know. You go to split a gnarly piece of wood, you just pull that off and you're fine. I think that was part of the reason I actually didn't buy it in the beginning. I had looked at different 4-way wedges, and a lot of them, you got to bolt them on there. Like, you got to take this one off and put a whole new one on. And then if you wanted this one again, you'd have to, you know, which isn't that big of a deal. I can take this head off and put a new one on in 5 minutes, you know, if the tools are right here. But this is the best thing about it. The fact that you just pick it up, slide it on. I mean, that's it. That's all. So, you know, half your wood can be knotty. This is worth using if only half your wood's straight grain, because I mean, If you had to use tools to take it off, it wouldn't be worth it. I'd tell you not to buy it. But this thing's been very handy. I recommend it. That's the only catch. Don't try using on knotty wood. You can just to see what it does, but I'm telling you, it doesn't work great. But straight grain wood, this thing, I mean, it's a time saver. It's a great little tool to add to this machine. So that's how I feel about it. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about it. One day some of these welds might break, but honestly, it's pretty good welds on there. I mean, you'd have to, I've heard of people or read of people breaking them. I'm like, you're really pushing the limits on that thing to break it. It's pretty solid. But that's all there is to it. Just like I said about the splitter, I have a video of splitting wood with this, and y'all can go look and see, and you know, it works fine. It works great. I like it. I should have bought it sooner. That's the only catch, guys. Just take it off when you get on knotty wood. But straight grain wood, this thing, it's a great tool. So that's how I feel about it. I recommend it. Just don't split knotty stuff with it. That's all, guys. I'll see y'all later.